I have seen many people talk down on Nigerian stocks, Nigerian shares, that maybe it is a waste of time, energy, and resources. But is that true even in 2025? That is what we want to look at in this video. Is Nigerian stocks still worth investing into in 2025? Because it is good as an investor, whether as a rookie investor or as an astute investor, to invest based on facts, not just opinion. Opinion is cheap. Anybody can have an opinion. But when we talk about facts, it takes due diligence, it takes gathering information, it takes time just to fact check whether this investment is worth one's time, energy, and resources. So let's look at the performance of some of the Nigerian stocks in 2024. And this will help us to make informed decision whether in this day and time it is still worth we putting our hard-earned money in order to earn passive income in 2025. So let's look at 10 Nigerian stocks that performed well in 2024. So which means if you invested 1 million naira as of January 2024, by December 31st, what will be your return? What are you going to be having in return? Aside from dividend, because you need to understand that there are two major reasons why we invest in shares and stocks. Number one is for cash flow, which is in form of dividend. Number two is capital gain, which is we call capital appreciation. So aside from your dividend, which some companies pay twice a year, some pay once a year, some don't pay at all. Why we even have a Nigerian company that pays dividend 4 times in a year. So aside from the cash flow aspect, which is the dividend, this video only covers the capital gain side of the investments. So let's look at it. Number one that gave investors the maximum return in 2024 is Sunu Assurance. Sunu Assurance gave investors 877%, which means if you invested 1 million naira in January, at the end of December, you would have had 8.77 million. It is called 8x. 877%. Isn't that wonderful? How many investments will give you 8x? Even though this is an outperformer in 2024. Number two, if you invested 1 million naira in Oando shares in 2024, you would have had 528% in return, which means your 1 million naira would have become 5.28 million. And already, even in 2025, you're already seeing companies that are already doing well. So you need to understand this. Number three is Unicel. Unicel returned 502%, which means your 1 million naira at the end of 2024 would have become 5,020,000. Then number four, sitting at number four is corn oil. If you invested 1 million naira in corn oil shares in 2024 as at January, by December 31st you would have had 361%, which would have given you 3.61 million. While Tantalizer sits at number 5. If you invested 1 million naira in Tantalizer, it would have given you 336%, which means your 1 million naira would have become 3.36 million naira. It would have appreciated, so 3.36 million. Number 6 is RT Briscoe. RT Briscoe, 309% was the return that came from RT Briscoe, which means your 1 million naira would have become 3.09 million naira. While Veritas Cap returned 267% to investors, which means your 1 million naira would have become 2.67 million naira at the end of December 2024. Julius Berger sits as number 8 with 261%, which means your 1 million naira would have become 2.61 million naira. And number 9 is John Oates. John Oates returned 235% to investors. In other words, your 1 million naira would have appreciated to 2.35 million naira. While the last but not the least is Coronation Insurance, which returned 230% to investors, which means the 1 million naira would have appreciated to 2.3 million naira. I hope I've been able to give you facts. So it is not just opinion, it is facts on the NGX. And investors were able to cash out even in 2024. And this is 2025. If you don't know anything about Nigerian stocks and shares, stick to this channel as I'll begin to lecture us, I'll begin to train us on how we can invest in Nigerian shares and stocks. What are the parameters to look for? Not that you just go and pick any stocks or any shares. What are the parameters to look for? What are the indicators? What are the shareholders ratio? These are the things we'll be looking at on this channel. So if you're interested in business, finance, and investments, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release a new video. And if you have enjoyed this video so far, kindly give it a like. Still, we meet in our next video. Stay blessed.